But actually, I'm the total opposite. I'm not a motherless child, I'm a fatherless son, who fell to the temptation of bottomless rum, sip after sip until the bottle was done, with dreams of being a shot up, because my grandfather was one. I'm fighting off demons with a revolverless gun. I'm shooting with no bullets, y'all. No chance to go farther because I don't have a father, and she was
rubbing her peachy hands on her aching forehead after snatching his homework. Miss Taylor looks at the four-eyed bastard and says, "Your mother had a C-section? Because that would explain your grades. Your head is too big to fit through doors of opportunity. Neck too small to swallow your pride. It's just burning fluoride on your tongue. All I see are perfect teeth. You speak in arrogant language, young man."
Amen.
And I look at it and I say, nah, my mom never had a son. The ghetto was a place where you raised guns more than children. You taught them how to aim and shoot, holding the bullet's hands to get across the street. Nah, Millie, be polite and go say hi to that man. And if he has kids too, tell him we can play tag. Tell him to catch you if he can. No, my mother never had a son.
And I had no father, no guidance, no direction. So every time I came to a fork in the road, I'd smash into the median, spinning into the intersection, not knowing where to go. Tearing my soul of the old clothes slaves wore just to embrace their mentality. I'm a slave, y'all.
So she just went to the school every day for a child whose seat was always absent. She didn't have children, just skin-covered skeletons that looked like her, so it confused her why she would constantly beat herself up for fucking up again and again and again. Why do people hate you, hate us? She wished she had a son that would help relieve her of society's debt. She wished for a basketball star or first-round football draft pick, but he accepted the soccer player's lifestyle, you know, achieving goals that were much too difficult to score.
He was way away from the herd because I had nobody to lead me. Is this my test, or is this where I shall lay to rest? A lonely slave waiting for the vultures to pick at my flesh. Will I die a slave? A slave to statistics. A slave to the logistics that we chuck up to just be life. A slave to the saying, I don't need a pops. But in all reality, I needed him a lot. I needed him to teach me to stay away from that spot of lies and deceit. Broken dreams and defeat. Teach me how to stand on my feet and not piss on the seat, but I never heard that voice. I never saw that light. So all I ever did was count on my heat and my knife in the heat of the night. It's all about Sheem and his life and getting me right, but I was playing ball one day and this old man tapped me on my shoulder and asked me if I had Jesus in my life.
No, he didn't. We were running down miles of open fields to receive one big uproar of encouragement. We need all the encouragement from these people that came to see his show because his teammates never considered him great. All of his flaws were what they loved about him. Hate created tension with my humility to make humidity, making a circle around me to push and shove insults down their own throats because my mother never had a son. She loved the Will Smiths, the Chris Browns, and the Christopher Reeves. Let her imagination create a friend and called it me. So as much as you tell people about how great I'm doing, they just see a woman who's off her rock. Because they didn't see me. They never saw me. They saw what you wanted me to be.
So to find myself, I went to his church. As my chest was burning. I went to the cross and I laid down my burden and he set down his love. I laid down my flag and he laid down the thug. So I guess I was wrong. My father was here all along. Everything that I was searching and hoping was right there on the cross with his arms wide open. So no longer will I feel like a motherless child because I have a mother and from the heavens my father smiles. No longer will I feel like a slave shackled behind bars because I look towards the heavens and I follow my North Star.
No, because my mother never had a son. I was just a figment of her imagination with violent imitations and constant displacements. I made deals with the ghetto and failed in college, so I reaped what I sowed, but people held out their hands. And I caressed it with the trigger finger, and they squeezed a bit too tightly. I'm trying to be bigger, but as long as they keep taking my kindness for granted, my realism will always be slanted. So for a long time, I took lives, Miss Taylor. Because my mother had a son who just wants to be human. And nothing is more human than death.
Nothing is more human than God. I love you, Dad.
Sometimes I feel like a motherless child.